I think classroom culture is one of the most important things that you can integrate into your classroom. I have found that having our peaceful interactions in our classroom and the fact that I have emphasized peacefulness in our classroom has meant so much to my children. That's a buzzword in our classroom. You could ask any one of my students to spell it, to explain what it means, and they know. They know what it means to be a peaceful human being.
Arthur always solves his problems by talking.
Interesting. Can you say more about that, please?
Arthur solves his problems by talking peaceful words and saying sorry and talking to his friends.
Zachary, can you please give Zachary Schuyler a huge high five for his response? I loved the way you were thinking thoughtfully about how Arthur uses his problems to figure out solutions for those problems. We know that we've talked about that objective before, how many stories have problems and solutions at the end. Mandy.
I'd like to build on to what Zachary said.
Excellent accountable talk. Go for it.
I think he always talks his mom into letting him go to Buster's house.
Will you explain what accountable talk is? We're going to start with Celeste.
It's when you agree with someone, like if they do an answer, like here's an example. If Angelina said that Egypt does not have a lake, and Twan raises his hand and says,
I disagree with that because I think Egypt does have lakes because we read about it in textbooks.
Oh, I see.
So like that's accountable talk. If their answer is incorrect, then the classmates help them, and now they know that it's incorrect, and they try to fix it next time.
I also expect that when my students have conflicts with each other, that they take them to the peace table. If I find that two students are arguing or there's a situation with hearsay, I say, well, why don't you take that to the peace table and try to solve it? And unless it's necessary that I'm there, I just step back and let them solve the problem. I've modeled it. They've seen me do it. And now they sort of just take it on their own.
Pretend this is the peace table, and I go like this to Celeste, and she really got hurt. And we would walk over to the peace table, and we would talk about it, say what happened, say how it makes you feel, find a solution, and talk about it next time. When I sit at the peace table, it makes me feel safe. Safe and comfortable.
Why is that?
Because it's peace.
Juwan?
Because it has peaceful person who integrated from white people and black people integrated, and when there was segregation, they integrated us.
Miss Pahuja has like peaceful people in there, like Dr. King and Ruby Bridges, Gandhi, and
Rosa Parks.
And
the lion
peaceful
Demi
books.
thingy. What's his name? The Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama.
It is really important to be peaceful, because if you didn't, then this class wouldn't be this nice, and it would be like really bad. So that's why we got the peace table, so we can be peaceful to others.